Thank you so much all for being here at such short notice. I was on my way back from Portsmouth from a conference, and I was actually asked to be in Berlin this evening because Dr. Ghassan and I were going to form a panel at the conference this evening. And because of my conference in Portsmouth, I'd had to send my input pre-recorded. And then as I arrived back in London an hour and a half ago, I could catch up with my messages and see what had happened to Dr. Ghassan. And we don't fully know yet. We'll wait to hear from him. But let us just think for a moment about what is going on. A country that claims to lead Europe, that has been responsible for 2 genocides. Let us not forget, because before the Holocaust, Germany was responsible for a genocide against the indigenous people of what is today Namibia. Now we all know about the second genocide, the Holocaust. My mother survived the Holocaust in occupied Vienna. She survived by being hidden in a coal cellar for 3.5 years. And when the Gestapo or SS were in the area that she lived in, she was rolled up into a carpet, and the carpet was pushed up against the wall of the cellar and coal was packed around it in case they managed to shoot through the steel door. She lost dozens of her extended family in the gas chambers of Auschwitz. I have lectured at Auschwitz on genocide prevention. Nowhere in the work that I have done in the last 23 years since I left Parliament in South Africa, on the global arms trade, on conflict, on genocide, nowhere does it say that the way that you atone for a genocide that you have committed is to support another genocide. Not just by providing political and diplomatic cover to the country committing that genocide, but by arming that country so that as it murders 350 innocent people, most of them women and children today, you are providing the weapons that enable them to kill another 350 people tomorrow.
Shame on them!
And let us not forget that they are profiting from this genocide because they are not giving these weapons to Israel. They are being paid millions, if not billions of euros for them. And the arms trade, which is the most corrupt of all trades, accounting for 40% of all corruption in all global trade, exists because that corruption, those bribes, oil the wheels of our political systems in Britain, the United States, Germany, and many other Western countries. These defense companies are the biggest contributors to our political parties, and they ensure that politicians like Tony Blair make hundreds of millions of pounds personally once they leave office as a reward for the decisions they made while in office. So that is what Germany is doing today. But then, this country that is complicit in genocide decides that it will not allow a doctor who has witnessed firsthand the human consequences of this genocide, they will not allow him to speak to the German public.
Shame.
There is a word for behavior like that. There is a word for countries who allow their police forces to detain without reason innocent people at airports and prevent them from entering their country. There is a name for countries who allow their police to storm a conference in support of the victims of genocide to stop that conference taking place.
Shame.
We call those countries fascist.
Yes, fascists!
And if there is one country on this planet that should not be behaving in a fascist manner,
Hey.
it is the country that murdered the indigenous people of Namibia. It is the country that slaughtered 12 million people in the Holocaust. It is the country that now by its actions is suggesting that the state of Israel, some of whose members in government proudly describe themselves as fascist, they claim that that country represents all Jews.
Hey.
By implication, they claim that what Israel is doing